was that whole like regional like in the clubhouse? Because the end of the season, Clemson didn't look they weren't playing, Clemson baseball, right? I think you finished 13-13 in the year. Um, but like what kind of propelled that team to finally get over the hump? I mean, it was you're all about breaking all these, all these dry spells for teams, but what was that atmosphere like? What was it playing or watching the regional being part of that?
Yeah, I think it kind of felt like it was a new season. And so it didn't matter, what happened in the regular season. Anything can happen in the postseason. Um, and yeah, I think we just tried to, we didn't know who was going to be in our regional till a couple days before that. Um, and it was my first time playing in a regional and kind of being in a part of one. So it was a new experience for me, but I knew that anything could happen. And so we didn't try to change anything. We kind of just trusted our training both physically and mentally. Um, and again, I think our coaches just kept instilling that confidence in us that if we play like ourselves and hit a certain amount of goals that we kind of set for ourselves before every game, that we're 100% going to win. And so there was really never any doubt. Even I don't even know if we went down or when we would go down. It would just be like, all right, there's nothing to worry about, and that comes from the leaders on the team and the coaches.
Yeah, regionals are crazy too. I felt like even in the Clemson regional, pitchers would just be throwing like 3,000 pitches, like everyone would be leaving it all out there, right? The games must have been. I mean, were those some of the more like intense games just to watch and be a part of in that clubhouse?
Definitely, because while it's not really talked about, everyone knows what's at stake, and so that it definitely changes at certain aspects of coaching, because there's really, I mean, there's not as much of a need to save certain bullets in the tank. And so, especially if you're losing, you know what's at stake. You want to do everything just to win one more game. And so, I feel like sometimes it could be hard to not look so far into the future, but you just need to focus on one game at a time, and then before you know it, if you play the way you're supposed to, then you'll be in a super, and kind of same thing from there.
Yeah, definitely. So season obviously wrapped up. Uh, but the regional, like when you got over that hump of finally winning one in like 14 years, I want to say I think 2010 was the last one. Was that like a breath of fresh air for the team and just like wow, like 127, like we accomplished something that's like bigger than us.
Absolutely. And everyone, I mean, I honestly wasn't aware of it, but EB told us before the regional even started. He said, listen, this is what everyone in the community is thinking. Like Clemson hasn't won a regional in X amount of years. Not to, make us scared or stressed, but just to kind of, like you said, know, like tell us what's on the line that's bigger than just our team. And so I think it was a great thing to tell us because it just made us, focus even more and work even harder. So
Yeah, and the celebrations were awesome too. I'm climbing the wall, like that was cool. That was awesome to watch.
it's amazing. Just, celebrating on the field with a packed stadium. Um, and even me, who was still in my brace at that time, I was just hobbling along the wall and kind of giving people high fives and everything. But now every single guy on the team, between the players, the staff, the student managers, everyone just enjoyed that moment so much.